Yep. So a few more minutes. Nate, where are you today? What's the background today?
I'm at the beautiful Ursa Minor Brewery today,
Mm-hmm.
in Duluth.
Mm-hmm.
Just opened up maybe 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
yeah, one of my favorite breweries up here. So,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to the brewery. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
I would offer everyone a beer, but it would be virtual. So,
Nate, I see a pattern with you in buying people beer, to be quite honest, buying around a beer.
no, that's not like me at all.
You know, yeah, I'd buy everyone a beer if I could right now, but
Right, it's just too bad. Yeah.
Mhm. Good morning, Abby. Nice to see you. I see you're on.
Hello.
Abby, good to see you. I'm glad you made it. That's great.
Oh, thanks. Good to see you.
All right, we'll get started here shortly. And we'll just wait for a few more people, and of course, our presenter also.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Jack has in store for us. He's super good.
Yeah, he makes it very easy, and he's very reach out to him because he'll talk to anyone. And I noticed last time he was a few minutes late too. That's why I called him this morning to make sure he was going to be on. So he will, he will.
Hi,
But yeah,
Kathy. Hear me?
Hi, Dave. How are you?
I'm good. Are we supposed to be muted or not muted? Apparently, I'm not. Or
so I will once we get started, I'll mute everybody. But it's always kind of fun before these events to have people unmuted because a lot of times they don't realize they're not muted, so they just start talking away about random things, and it's always kind of interesting. But we'll get started here shortly. I see Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Morning, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah, good to be here.
Good. Um, Jack, what are you gonna be talking about today? I
We're
know,
talking
but
about something pretty important here, you guys. It is how to create a virtual open house using Facebook ads,
yeah,
specifically Facebook lead ads. Something we've done a few times now for one of our clients, and it's getting pretty ridiculous results. So
yeah, I love that. Hearing about that case study that you did, just the great results you had from it.
yeah. So I'll be running through that case study that we did quick, and then I'll be doing a live demo of how to do it click by click.
Great.
And as well as an additional resource to me doing the live demo, I'll be sending out a video, a little 5-minute step-by-step video explaining the process again, just so you can have that for easy reference.
All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna mute everybody, mute all, and I'm gonna do me in a second because the girls are going nuts outside the door, and I'm gonna switch over controls to you. Oh, hold on. I have to ignore Nate. He just IM'd me. All right, Jack.
Okay, so before we
Take it
get
away.
started here, I wanted to say that I'm going to be covering a lot of things that maybe some of you have never seen before. So I want to encourage any and all questions while I'm going. I'm happy to pause and answer questions. So Andy, if you want to be monitoring the chat, I'll try as best I can. But just
Sounds
stop
good.
me for a sec if we get any questions in.
Yeah, happy to do it.
Definitely encourage that. So
Sounds good.
cool. And yeah, first off, Andy, thanks a bunch. Stewart title, really big shout out to you guys. Really appreciate you putting this all together. You guys are amazing. I mean, geez, we've been doing some educational events like this ever since we got started in business several years ago. So
Yeah, right. Well, and you get people business you through your technology and through your ideas, and that's kind of what we do, is try and help realtors and loan officers get business, or sometimes we use folks like you to get realtors business. So
well, we work together just great.
there you go. We work
yeah.
together. That's a good way to put it. I'll let you take it away.
So yeah, you guys are different. So I really like that. So yeah, a quick, I guess, introduction for myself. Everybody, I'm Jack Eickhoff. I'm the owner of One Shot Media. We're a real estate photography and videography company. We do a couple things different, and have always been on the kind of cutting edge of technology. And main thing I'm going to be talking about today is it's not brand new, but it's becoming more and more standard in our market for sure is the Matterport 3D tours. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So I'm gonna start with a screen share here. Good. Okay, so first off, yeah, topic of the discussion today is how to host a virtual open house using the Facebook lead ads. The reason why this is timely right now, it's really the ideal environment. The cost of advertising has dropped significantly, and the main reasons why I think this is happening is with the coronavirus pandemic, there's so many people online. A lot of larger companies are cutting their ad budgets, so it's really resulting in cheap ad space online for digital ads. And we've seen this with our ads personally. We've done some experiments helping some of our clients create these ads. And I will say, I don't run an advertising agency, so we don't do ads for people for money or anything. It's just one of those things that I like to help our clients with, because we create the content, the photos, videos, and 3D tours, and want to make sure that they're using them as effectively as possible. So here's a case study. This was actually our first try ever at doing this. So my brother, he's a realtor in the local market, Eric, and so he's great because he lets me try all these experiments on him and his company. So the first thing we did was we're going to do the virtual open house, and the first thing you got to do is to get a Matterport 3D tour taken of the home. So this is a service that we do, a service that a handful of other companies do in the cities. And if you're not in the cities, you can find local service partners on the Matterport website that could help you out. But how it went is, yeah, we got a $200 ad budget, got 95 leads at the end of it, and this was a 1-week ad, so 200 total spent. So end result, $2.11 per lead, extremely cost effective. And these are pretty highly engaged leads too. So after we got the list, I sat on a Zoom call with my brother and watched him call through the leads just to see kind of the temperature of the leads. He connected with one person, wasn't interested, voicemail. You know how that goes if you're calling leads. And then the second person he connected with, which was the 9th dial, got them set up with a search to find a new home, and then did a comparable market analysis to sell their current home. And the virtual open house that we were showcasing was about $1 million condo, and the home that they were looking to buy and sell was in about the $500,000 range. So even though they were really not a good fit at all for the home that we were advertising, it started the conversation for them to buy and sell where they're currently at. So that was pretty amazing. And so this is just a quick view. Yeah, we got over 90 Facebook verified leads from the efforts. And here is a graph of our personal cost per click from January until about the end of April. So we used to be paying, $1.87 on our clicks for our ads, and that's dropped, dipped to lowest about 32 cents, and now about 50 cents. So less than a third, almost a quarter of the cost of advertising was just a couple months ago, really before the pandemic struck. So really the time is now if you're going to start experimenting with stuff like this. Another thing, this is another representation of how cheap ad space is right now. Between January and April, our cost per click, another measure, was cut by a magnitude of 10, so from $3 to 32 cents. And
Hey,
here's
Jack,
one. Yep.
Jack, in the chat room, Kate has a question. How much does a Matterport tour cost? What do you charge for that?
So for us, and what you'll see most likely is around $200 for the standard size home. So it starts at 175 for up to 1,000 square feet. It's 200 for 1,000 to 2,000 square feet, 225 for 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, and so on. So I just say about $200. But we also provide other photography packages where you can bundle the photos and the 3D tour. and you save, about $50 on the whole package. So yeah, pretty affordable, and it's pretty much becoming the standard for marketing listings now. But now that the stay-at-home order is up, so people can start doing showings again in person, that'll slightly change. But I think it's really, the COVID pandemic has pushed the standard of marketing up a little bit to force everybody to level up and provide more information to buyers before seeing a home. So this slide, I just want to caution you guys, like we did a 1-week campaign and we got 95 leads. So what is that, like 12, 15 leads a day? You need to really block off time to call through these leads, because they will go stale if they don't hear from you in a couple days. So I'm just saying, if you're going to do this, make sure that you have the time and the resources to follow up on these leads. They're absolutely expecting to hear from you. So it is your responsibility to make sure to get in touch with them as soon as possible. So, and then here's a quick step summary, and I am about to go through those right now. So let's do the live demo. So first off, I'm going to be doing this on my brother's page. It's just easiest. So the first couple things is you need to get a Matterport 3D tour, and then to create the ad, you need to be doing it on a Facebook business page. So those are the two conditions that you need to satisfy. So now we're going to start. So from just your Facebook page, let's go to create and then add. So this will bring you to your Facebook Ads Manager account. I'm going to go under the Fulton Realty page. That's the brokerage. So now starting, this is a special ad category and it's housing. There's certain limitations that they put on the ads when you're doing ads for housing and stuff. Just with fair housing, you can't discriminate on who sees the ads or who you're targeting. So my marketing objective, I'm going to pick lead generation, because I'm looking to get a list of names, numbers, and emails at the end of all this. So scrolling down, campaign budget optimization, daily budget, let's just say $10. You can set that to whatever you want, but I think $10 is a good start. Daily budget. Or you can set, if you want like a lifetime budget, $100. Whoa, there we go. Yeah, let's do this. Instead of a daily budget, let's just look at a lifetime budget. Let's say you want to do it for a week. So run ads on a schedule, continue. The page I'm advertising on is the Fulton Realty page. That'd be your business page. Keep scrolling down. So the first thing we're going to want to edit is the location. So it automatically gives you the whole United States as your target audience, which definitely is not going to work for what we're doing here. I'm based in Minneapolis, so if I'm going to do my work, I'm going to want to do it in Minneapolis. So X out the US. Let's say Minneapolis. And so it's gonna, because it's a fair housing thing, they can't let you target really tight specific neighborhoods like they used to let you a couple of years ago. So the smallest radius you can actually use is 15 miles. So let's just leave it like that. That covers pretty much the whole metro. If you're looking here at the map, age, gender, those things are all locked, but we can target interest. So this is where we're going to get a little bit granular, is when targeting interest. So think of what people are interested in if they're 1 to 6 months out from buying or selling a home. Probably looking on websites like Zillow, maybe Trulia, let's say realtor.com. So those are some interests that I would imagine people would be looking at if they're in the market to buy or sell, but you can get a little creative here. Don't put 15 things in there because you won't be able to hit a large enough audience, but put 2 to 5 that you think buyers or sellers will be looking at. More options. Languages, you can just leave it at all. So scrolling down further, ad placements, let's leave it on automatic. They give you this as recommended because Facebook owns Facebook and Instagram, so there's multiple ways to serve people an ad, whether that's through a Facebook story, a Facebook post, in the marketplace, Instagram post, Instagram stories, and I'm going to trust that Facebook and their ads, their ad team knows where to place an ad most effectively to reach your audience. So I'm just going to leave that on automatic for simplification. Excuse me. Okay, so here is now where I get to the schedule. Let's say we'll do it May 18th to May 25th. So that's 1 week. Continue. Okay, so the format I'm going to be using is a single image or a video, and I'm actually going to be using a video. So to add media, I'm going to add a video. I'll show you one sec how I'm going to get this video. So whoever creates your Matterport 3D tour, they have the option to really easily deliver you a short teaser video. So this is what the back end of a Matterport account looks like. So we're a service provider. So this is what our end looks like. I can pretty much just click into this address, look at this short video. So here's the video that is going to be the media for the ad. So what the client's going to see. So real quick, it pans through the house, it zooms out, you see the dollhouse view, and then goes back into the house. So this is our virtual open house, this little video. Well, it's a teaser for what's going to get them to the actual 3D tour, which is the virtual open house. So I uploaded that as the media. Continuing on. So now I have it on the desktop news feed. So these are all our different formats on which the ad is going to be served. So it's a lot of different ways that someone can view the ad. Let me get back to where I was. Let's just look at it on the Instagram feed, for instance. So primary text, here is and you'll see kind of the text populate on the ad as I type it in here. So let's try something like virtual open house, open now. For the headline, I'm going to probably just put in the address of the home. And the description, I'm going to write it just a little, maybe a sentence or two about the place, giving a little bit more context to what it looks like. So explore this newly renovated condo. Too bad. Too bad. 1,500 square feet. So I'm not going to put a link on here. It's optional. I wouldn't do it. And here's an important thing. So the call to action, put yourself in the shoes of someone who is exploring a house. Let's say they see this ad, they're in the market to either buy or sell, and let's say they're in the market to buy, of course, because they're going to the open house, and they're wanting to go see the virtual open house. What is a call to action that would fit that? Apply now, book now, download, get offer, get quote, sign up, subscribe. I think learn more is probably the closest to what someone would be doing when they're going to an actual open house. You know, like they're going to the open house, they're learning more about the property. So I'm going to leave that as my call to action. Okay. So I am going to go make a new form. So, okay, so this is, now I'm creating our lead form. So when someone sees the ad, they see the little teaser video, they click the learn more button, and now they're getting sent to this lead form, which is going to be filled out. And then this is what they submit to actually get you the lead. So form type, I'm going to leave it on more volume. That means more leads. So the intro, let's use some text like, you'll be able to view the 360-degree virtual tour, or view the virtual open house. Layout. Let's say for the next part, almost there. So we're trying to make sure that they're staying engaged, keep clicking through, so they can finally submit the form. And then we get to the questions. So it comes pre-filled with a couple things. They ask for the email and the full name. And then I'm going to add one category of contact fields, and that's going to be the phone number. Because that's really how you're most likely going to be reaching out to these leads, is with a phone call first off. So my questions now, it's the full name, the email, and the phone number. And here's a really cool part about this. So Facebook already has all this information. They don't need to know, your name. They already know your name, phone number, and your email. So when someone gets to this point on the lead form, all the information is already auto-populated. So they don't actually have to type in anything. They just have to click next, this blue button right here, and then that'll get them to the next screen. So it makes for an absolutely seamless customer experience when they're clicking through. Really easy. And this would typically be a point where a lot of people would drop off because they're not going to manually type in all this information and give you that. But since Facebook auto-populates it, makes it so much easier for them to get through. And then for the privacy policy, what we're going to do here is at least every website, if you're with a bigger brokerage, will have a privacy policy on there somewhere. So it's usually at the bottom of the home screen. So here's Fulton's website. I know their privacy policy is right down there. And so I'm going to just take that link, copy, and paste that into there. And you're going to need to do this so Facebook can approve your ad. And if you don't have a privacy policy on your website or a page that talks about how you're going to use people's data, there's a bunch of templates online to get something set up. You could probably do that in an hour or less. So one of the necessary steps there. And then, okay, headline. This is the last screen that they see before they click view website and get to the virtual open house. So let's say headline, you're almost there. Just one more thing. Try something like, here's the virtual open house, and then the button type is view website. The button text, I'm going to change this to view virtual open house. And then the website link. So this is a very important part of this too. Copy. So when your Matterport service provider or whatever company delivers you your Matterport 3D tour, typically they're going to deliver you like an MLS compliant link, which is just this link right here. And so this is the link that you're going to put in the website link for the View Virtual Open House. You're not actually going to put your website for your brokerage in there because they click through all this so they can view the virtual open house. So their end destination is going to actually be the open house, which will be this link right here. So this is what they're going to see once they click through everything. So they can tour it all and get the full idea of what the place looks like with the Matterport 3D tour. So going back here, I'm going to save this form. I'm going to press finish. Oh, it's giving me a few error messages. I got to adjust a few things. We will. Let's just put it in a little sentence there, like we'll be reaching out to you to talk to you about this home for sale. And then intro. I'll use the image from my ad. I should have adjusted that setting before. My apologies. Let's see if this works. Save, finish. Okay, everything is green. We are all good. So here's what my ad looks like now. Virtual open house, open now. Got the address, got some information about this. I got my lead form created. So that's the information that they're gonna submit is the name, phone number, and email address. And then all I gotta press here is this green confirm button. I'm not gonna click that because I'm not gonna spend Eric's money for him on this ad that we've already ran before. So all you do is just click that green confirm button and you're good to go. Your ad's gonna get reviewed by Facebook's team. Just to make sure that it's not breaking any fair housing laws. And typically you'll hear back within a day with whether your ad is published or not. Sometimes it gets denied because you're not following a fair housing law. Most of the time, always, it gets published though. So yeah, that is really it. And that took me 15, 20 minutes while explaining it to all you. So it's really pretty easy, real quick. As long as you have those assets, the link obviously from the 3D tour, and then that short little video that's typically not delivered to you when you order a 3D tour, but if you just ask whether that's us if we do it for you or whoever does your 3D tour, it's really simple for them to send you that short teaser video, and then that is all the ammunition you need to create your first Facebook lead ad for leads. So thanks everybody. That's all I have for the demo. So now I want to open up for any questions about what I did, and I can do my very best to answer those.
Jack, I have one quick question for you.
Sure.
I know kind of starting out with the Facebook ads, you need to kind of throw a broad scope, and then as you kind of like narrow down your audience and who's actually clicking on the ads and stuff, just to make it pay off a little bit more and more each time. Is there a dollar amount that you kind of recommend, or a geographic scope that you recommend for setting up these ads initially?
Yeah, so part of like new like fair housing laws that got created because of Facebook's ability to hyper target ads, you can only, the smallest radius that you can set is a 15-mile radius from whatever point you choose. So 15 miles from what I set when I was creating it from downtown Minneapolis, that touches Minnetonka, it covers all of St. Paul and everything. And so that's a pretty big swatch to start with. So I would use that. And then even with the 3 interests that I put in, like Zillow, Truly, or Realtor.com, you still get quite a large audience of people. But are you talking about like remarketing to an audience like that? You know, I guess I'm not, like I said, I don't own a marketing agency, so this isn't like my expertise, even though we've done it a number of times and have had success with it. I haven't actually done remarketing to a list before. So I would just say I don't have like a great answer for you on that, unfortunately, but even with the steps that I showed you, we've had a lot of success, and there's a lot of people that ad will still hit that are interested in real estate and buying or selling. So
Cool.
Hey, Jack.
Does that answer your question?
Jack, we got a couple of questions in the chat room.
Sure.
Kate would like to know, can we use a different video for the ad? If so, size or length limits?
Yes, absolutely. You can use a different video for the ad. If you have a better looking like property showcasing video, totally use that. Facebook recommends that your ad video is under 15 seconds, just because you're not going to probably get someone looking at an ad for 30, 45 seconds. It's just not how people respond to advertisements. So recommend creating a video under 15 seconds. And then the size of the video, was that what they were asking?
Yep.
I guess I don't really know what that means by size, but Facebook, their streaming quality, last time I checked, they're gonna knock it down to 720p. So it's not like full HD, but it's still kind of HD. But I don't know if they're talking about like file size.
File size, correct, yes.
File size. I don't know what the exact file size is that they're limiting you at, but they will dumb down the resolution to 720 if you upload a 1080p video. And they are going to recommend a shorter video. And if your file size is too big, you'll get an error message and you'll get an opportunity to make it smaller before you upload your final video into the media section.
Okay. Man would like to know, could you display the page with the steps again?
Yes.
And I remind everyone that this video will be available. It's being recorded, so you can go back and watch the steps, or just reach out to Jack. He's very helpful. Doesn't matter if you're in Minneapolis or not. He'll talk to anybody, right, Jack?
For sure, absolutely. I'm happy to hop on a Zoom call and do this with anybody. But yeah, after this, Andy, you'll be sending out the recording of the webinar, and then I actually made a 5-minute video, so a lot quicker than the webinar, of the exact step-by-step, click-by-click, how to do this. Looks a little nicer, so I'll send that out to everybody as well.
Great, yeah, we'll make sure. Abby would like to know, how does Facebook get the leads to us?
Really great question. I should have covered that. So you have a couple options. You can either, let me get to where I'm going. So you have the option of going in and downloading your leads from Facebook whenever you'd like, or you can connect it to your CRM. I know there's a bunch of different CRMs out there, but there's a lot of step-by-step explanations on Facebook's website and their kind of support network to show you how to connect up your CRM so you get a notification every time a new lead comes in. I didn't do that step with this ad that we ran for Eric, but that would definitely be the move, especially if you're trying to follow up with these ads, within an hour after getting them, so that they are expecting your call. But I'll show you how to get the ads, even if you don't, or get the leads, even if you don't connect it to your CRM. So from your business page that you're advertising on, go to More, then Publishing Tools, and go to, on the left, Lead Ads Forms. Then I'm going here. So this was our lead form for that. So we got 95 ads. And then I'm going to go to download. I'm going to download all the leads. I'm going to open up in an Excel file. Come on.
Hey, Jack, after this, could you tell them about kind of the power of Matterport tours and just what a difference it makes compared to just your regular photography?
Yeah, geez. I mean, I personally, okay, a couple of our clients, they've sold investment properties to investors out in California, sight unseen. They never came here to tour a property. They bought a couple of them without ever seeing them with the Matterport 3D tour, which I thought was amazing. Me personally, I also do a little bit of leasing for some rentals, and I now with COVID am requiring an application from renters before they tour the place in person, just so I know that they're qualified and that I'm not having unnecessary contact with people during this time. And so I'm actually getting a bunch of applications in before even showing people the place in person by showing them the Matterport 3D tours. And I've actually leased property, a couple different units without them ever touring it before with a 3D tour. So that's pretty amazing. And yeah, I mean, I just find that this is the adoption of Matterport 3D tours is something that I thought would have happened 2 or 3 years ago, but with the current situation, it's forcing it to happen a lot sooner. So yeah, I expect this to be standard on most listings within the next couple of years for sure, at least now.
Doesn't video, and this is way above me, doesn't that lift you up in the algorithms too on Facebook and things like that? So it's going to get in front of more eyes if you have something like that?
On a Facebook ad, you mean, or?
No, just in general. Like if you were to put it on your business page and your personal page, the Matterport tour, the link for that, doesn't that raise you up in the algorithm so there's more eyes on it? Nope.
I'm not sure exactly. I guess I can't talk specifically to that, but
Okay.
I know just like engagement level is so much higher when someone comes and tours a property after seeing the Matterport 3D tour instead of after just seeing the photos, because they just better understand what the property looks like, and it's a self-guided tour, so they can spend as much or as little time as possible in there as they want. So it's different than like a property showcasing video, because the video just shows them what you want to see, but the 3D tour is okay. Here now, sorry, I just got my thing to open with all the leads. So there's a bunch of junk in here, so I'm just going to delete that. So now I got full name, phone number, and email, and these are the 95 leads that we generated on this first try of this advertisement here. So yeah, pretty powerful stuff. And you can also add other fields too. You can add their home address if you want to get that in the lead ad. But I just chose not to, because I would hope that if a conversation goes well, then you can get their address from them if they want to do a CMA or something like that. So,
Cool.
yep.
All right. Jack, why don't you give them your email address, if you would, in case they have any questions?
Yes, my email is jack@oneshot.media. So jack@oneshot.media. There is no .com, and that's also our website as well as oneshot.media. No.com. So
Yeah, if you have any questions right now, throw it in the chat, and he'll be happy to answer it.
absolutely. And as well, I am going to be sending out that little video. And as a big thanks to everybody who is here on the call watching, I'm going to send out a coupon for 25% off your first 3D tour with us. So just make it a little more cost effective for y'all.
Nice.
Would love to show you what we can do. So
Yeah, those Matterport tours it's really cool stuff. And I know of agents, like you said, that have had out-of-state buyers, look at their listing and not even go in the house, and they make an offer on it. So it is really good for your business, and is really going to bring your game up, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So,
Yeah. All
okay.
right. Well, folks, if there isn't any more questions, thanks for all for being here. I will. I'll send out. Oh, there's Jax right there. Oh, Brittany says, will there be a repeat of this webinar? We'll send out the link for it. That way to everyone on the. We have your emails obviously when you signed up, so we'll send out the link to everyone so you can rewatch it. But reach out to us. We want to work with you. We want to earn your business, get your business, work with you, and get you more business, basically. So please, please, please let us know how we can help you. Our May calendar, our June calendar events will be out next week. And we would love to see you sign up for all of those because we really want to help you guys out, especially during this crazy time. So, Jack, anything more?
That's it. I just encourage everybody to give this a try. I mean, the time is now. I mean, it's literally never been a better environment to try this on. So give it a go. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Very happy to do a one-on-one Zoom call with you and get your ads set up. Like I said, I don't do this for any fee or anything. I'm just here to help. So please don't hesitate to reach out, and don't hesitate to reach out to the Steward Title guys. These guys are amazing. They
Thanks,
thank you
Jack.
so much for
We
putting this
appreciate
all
that.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anytime. We love working with you, and can't wait to see you again.
absolutely.
All right, folks. Take care, everyone. Be safe and have a great week.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Kath. Thanks, Jack.